Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome. All you need today is a stability ball, a mat which you should lay out right now, and a set of dumbbells. Keep some water handy for hydration. Let's get started with the warm-up. Stand behind your mat, have your ball handy, and let's bring your feet shoulder distance apart or a little wider. Soften your knees, lengthen out through your torso, let your shoulders sit down and back, and lift out through the top of your head. Brace your core muscles. Inhale, reach up. Press the hips forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale again. Left arm reaches up, stretching back. Exhale, hinge forward. Let's do that one more time each side. Reach. Right hand up, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, hinging. Knees are soft. Left hand comes up, stretching back. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, lift up. Now, take a hold of your ball, pick it up, and bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Now, squat and touch down and lift up. Touch the ball in front, sitting back. The feet are reasonably wide apart to accommodate the ball coming in between your legs. 4, 3, these squats will warm you up. 2, and 1. Now roll the ball to the right with the left hand, to the left with the right hand. Feet are wide. Reach across and reach across. 4 more. Switch right across and reach all the way. One hand is on the thigh. All 10 toes face forward. Last one. Now bring the ball onto your mat if it isn't already, and sit on the ball towards the end of your mat. Lengthen out through the top of your head. Your spine is long. Now, lean back and walk forward. You'll need to know how to do this, as some of the exercises are going to be in this position. Press back so that your hands are behind your head and you stretch the front of your body. Now bend the knees, rolling the ball towards your heels, lift up and walk up. Flex the ankles, hinge forward at the hips, stretching the back of your thighs, and lift up. Let's repeat that. Lean back and walk out. Sink the hips and sit downwards. Now bring your hands behind your head, press out, opening the front of your body. Bend the knees, roll the ball towards your heels. Bring your hands onto the ball as you walk up. Flex your ankles, hinge at the hips. Now bring the ball to the center of your mat. Sit facing me. Lengthen your spine, have a little bounce. Keeping your spine long as you bounce. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now separate the feet wide, lift up so that you rotate to face the left. Lower your right knee towards the floor but not on the floor. Press the hip forward and you'll feel a stretch in the front of your hip. Bring your left hand onto the ball, reach the right hand up and lean back towards the back of the room. Opening through the front of your hip. Good. Come up and let's go across to the other side. Lift up, rotate towards the right, lower your left knee towards the floor, pressure your hip forward till you engage a stretch in the front of the hip. Take your left hand and reach up and lean to the back of the room. And lift up. Come back to the front. We are warmed up and ready to go. Stand up and pick up your ball. We're going to do each move for 50 seconds. We're starting with a lunge. Hold your ball. Now you need some space behind you. We're going to do a rear lunge. Bring the ball up to your tummy, holding the ball nice and firmly in a wide grip. Now take your left leg, lunge back, rotate to the right, come back to the center and step forward. Other side, lunge back, rotate, come back to the center and step forward. Step back onto the ball of your foot, bend your back knee, rotate around. You may even feel your core. One of the things about today's class is that not only are we working on strength and balance, but we're also going to get your core very activated, fired up. Lunge back, bend both knees, rotate, come back to the center. Put the ball on the floor, on your mat. Pick up your dumbbells and sit on the ball. Now, just like we did in the warm-up, you're going to walk out, lower the hips, bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders, and lift the hips up, bringing your head on top of the ball. Bring your elbows out to the side a little. Press the dumbbells up. Now, one at a time. Down and up, down and up. Keep one arm up as one arm comes down and up. Keep your hips high. Make sure your head is fully supported on top of the ball so you're not hyperextending through your neck. Down and up, down and up. Strengthening your chest, shoulders, and triceps. You're almost there. Down and up. Breathe. One more. Good. Bring the dumbbells down to your hips. Walk up to sitting. And put your dumbbells either side of your mat. Lift up and turn around to face the other way. Kneel high. Bring the ball into your pelvis. Lay over the ball onto your tummy. Stretch your legs. Bring your hands out. Feet and hands a little wider than your shoulders. Bird dog, opposite arm and leg. Stretch up and down. So stretch to opposite ends of the room. It's not so much about lifting as it is about stretching. Stretch out and come down. Let's repeat all of that for a second set. Standing up, pick up your ball, hold it in against your tummy, feet hip distance, lunge back with your left leg, rotate to the right, come back, lunge back with the right leg, rotate to the left and come back. Lunge, rotate, center, and step forward. Other side, lunge back, rotate, center, and come up. So alternating lunges, rotate, center, and come back. Last one, lunge, rotate, center, and come back. Now put the ball down towards the end of your mat. Hinge forward to pick up your dumbbells. And let's do that chest press. Walk out, leaning back. Bring the dumbbells up to your shoulders. And lift your hips so your head's on top of the ball. Bring your elbows out to the side slightly. Press up. Down and up with the arms, hips press high. Keep your chin off your chest so that the neck is in a neutral and lengthened position. So your head is directly on top of the ball, shoulders are supported on the ball, and you're pressing the hips up, strengthening all the muscles in the back of your body just to keep your hips up. That's a bonus. As you strengthen your chest and shoulders and arms, you're also strengthening your legs, hips, and back. Down and up with the arms. Bring your dumbbells down. Put them on the floor, either side of your mat. Walk up to sitting and come up and turn around. Kneel high, bring the ball into your pelvis. Lay over the ball and stretch out your legs, arms and legs wide. Now, stretch your opposite arm and leg, down and up, other side, opposite arm and leg stretches out. It's not about how high you lift. Think about more like you're stretching to touch something opposite sides of the room. Stretch out. Now I'm on my fingertips. That's going to strengthen my hands a little bit. You can put your hand flat if that feels better for you. Last one. And come down. That was our first series of movements. We have 2 more series, 1 more standing series. Standing up. Move your dumbbell out of the way, bending your knees to get there, and pick up your ball. Hold the ball towards your left shoulder. Step to your left. Side lunge to the right with a chop. So, lunge and chop. Bring the ball down to the opposite thigh, just to the outside of the thigh. Push off. Come up. Bring that across and lift it up. Just tap the toe when you bring the foot in. So you're balancing on your left leg as you bring it in. One more. Put the ball down. Pick up 1 dumbbell. Bend your knees. Hold the dumbbell in your right hand. Bring your left leg forward and your right leg staggered back onto the ball of your right foot. Hand on the ball. Hinge forward at the hips. Now row up and down with that elbow. Press your shoulder away from your ear. Press into your fingertips so that there's very little stress in your wrist. So I'm pushing my fingers into the ball rather than pushing the heel of my hand into the ball. It makes it a little easier on the wrist. Drive your elbow up, past the back of your ribs. Make sure you're breathing. Elbow drives high. Your core is braced firmly. 2 more. Good. Bring the dumbbell down. Come kneel behind your ball. We're going to do a plank. Now, if you struggle with this, bring your ball against a wall. It stabilizes it. Bring your forearms onto the ball. Lace your fingers and loop your thumbs. Bring your shoulders over your elbows. Tuck your toes under and lift up. Now, I'm going to hold this for about 30 seconds. You feel free to come down at any time you need to. See if you can hold it with me for the whole 30 seconds, of which we only have 15 more seconds. Keep your spine long, core strong. You're strengthening your midsection. 3, 2, 1, come down. Let's do the other side. Come up for the lunge. Step to the right hand side of your space. Bring the ball up to your right shoulder. Lift your chest. Lift the left heel. Lunge and push off. Tap the toe. Tap the toe when you bring the foot in, so you're balancing on the right foot. You've got most of your weight on the right foot as you push off and bring the feet together. Chop down so that the ball comes to the outside of your thigh. Lift up. And lift up. Almost there. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the ball down. Pick up 1 dumbbell. Row on the other side. Hold the dumbbell in your left hand. Bring your left leg back, right leg forward. Hinge at the hip. Spread your fingers on the ball. Row up. Drive the elbow high. Keep your core braced nice and strongly. Drive your elbow high and press your shoulder down. Spread your fingers and press the fingertips into the ball rather than the heel of your hand into the ball. That keeps it out of the wrist. Drive your elbow high. Four, 3, 2, and put your dumbbell down. Plank on the ball. Again, feel free to put the ball against the wall. That stabilizes it and makes it a whole lot easier. Come onto your forearms. Lace and loop your thumbs. Elbows over the shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Lift up. Now keep your feet a little wider than your shoulders. That makes it easier to balance. Keep the back of your neck long by lifting the back of your head up. Brace the core. Come down anytime you need to. See if you can hold it with me. We have about 15 more seconds. Breathe and brace. 5, 3, 2, 1. Come down. All right, leave your ball at the end of your mat. We're coming down to the floor for a few more exercises. Just like everything we've been doing today, 2 sets of 3 exercises. Roll onto your side, then roll onto your back. Put your feet on the ball. So feet are on the ball, knees are bent like you're sitting in a chair. Palms of your hands face up. Lift the hips, roll the ball away from you, roll it towards you, lower the hips. Lift the hips, roll the ball, roll it in, lower the hips. Again, lift the hips, roll the ball. You'll be feeling the backs of your thighs and your glutes, your hamstring and your bottom very powerfully on this. It really strengthens the back of your thighs and your hamstrings, the back of your thighs, your hamstrings, and your gluteals, your bottom. Stretch it out, bring it in, and come down. Now pick up 1 dumbbell. Hold the dumbbell in both hands. Press your back into the mat, keeping your knees bent. Keep your elbows basically straight as you lower the dumbbell overhead and bring it up. Inhale as you lower. Keep your back in contact with the floor. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you come up. Now to make this more challenging, roll the ball away from you as you take the dumbbell away and bring it in as you bring the hands in. So arms and legs move away, arms and legs move in. No movement in the torso. Your back stays in contact with the floor. And in. Put your dumbbell down. And now pick up the ball with your feet. So the ball is in between your knees and you're also holding it. Brace your core tightly. Take the ball overhead and bring the legs down, touch the toes to the floor and come up. Now, bring the ball in between your knees. Release the ball with your hands. Bring the ball down towards the floor and bring it up. No movement in the torso. Feet down, hands over and up. Bring the ball between your legs. Hold onto it. Keep your abdominals tight. Bring it down and up. And bring the ball back onto the floor. Second set. That's a lot of core. And this one has quite a bit of balance too. All right, bring the palms of your hands to face up. Press your shoulders down. Bend your knees. Lift the hips. Roll the ball. Roll it in. Lower the hips. Keep the inside of your feet touching the whole time so you're not turning your toes out to the side. That's an important little tip to make sure you're using all the muscles I want you to use. Keep the inside edge of your feet touching the whole time. Bring it in and lower it down. Lift the hips. Roll the ball away. Roll it in and bring your hips down. Hips up one more time. Roll the ball away, roll the ball in and come down. Let's pick up one dumbbell again. Now keep your knees bent like you're sitting in a chair. Heels rest lightly on the ball. Pull over. So open the arms overhead and bring it up. Down, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go a little bit slower on this set. See if we can go a little deeper in your range of motion. Now keep your back in contact with the floor or the mat. Press the ball away with your legs as an option to make this more challenging on the core. Stretch out and bring it in. Inhale as you stretch out. Exhale as you bring it in. One more time. And in. Bring the dumbbell down. Roll your ball in. Pick it up from between your legs and bring it into your hands. So it's between your knees and your hands. Hand to foot pass. Start with the arms, hold the ball, bring it overhead towards the floor, touch the toes to the floor and lift up. Now bring the ball between your legs, keep your core braced, reach the arms overhead as you bring your feet to the floor or thereabouts and come up. Let's repeat that. Hands holding the ball, bring the ball overhead and come up. Bring the ball between your knees. Hold on to it. Brace through your core. Bend your knees. Touch the ball and lift up. Bring the ball into your hands. Reach it overhead touch the toes. Bring the ball between your legs. Last one. Touch the ball and lift now. Put the ball down. Put your feet on top. Whew. Let's stretch. I'm going to start with one of my favorite stretches. This is an unusual stretch. We're going to use the ball. Bring your heels together like a frog and hug the ball into you, opening your knees to the side. Bring your arms out to the side in a T with the palms of your hands facing up. Press your shoulders down. Slowly lower, rolling the ball, one leg to the floor. Keep both shoulders flat. Now roll it back. Takes a little core strength. Now roll it to the other side. Keep both shoulders flat. And roll back. All right, roll onto your side. Press up to all fours. Turn around to face your ball. You might need to go fetch it if it rolled away. And now bring one leg forward, other leg forward, and come sit on your ball. We finish where we started with some mobility. Flex your ankles, hinge forward, stretching the backs of your thighs and your calves, the backs of your lower leg and your hamstrings. Lift up. Plant the feet, lean back and roll out. Walking forward with your feet, sink the hips. Bring your hands behind your head. Open your elbows to the side and press all the way on top, opening through the front of your body. Bend the knees, roll the ball all the way forward and walk up to sitting. Flex the ankles, hinge at the hips, press the ball back through your hips. Let's repeat that one more time. Walk out. Leaning back, sink the hips. Bring your hands behind your head. Open through the front of your body. And bend your knees. Sink the hips. And then walk up to sitting. And come up. Bring the ball into the center of your mat to face me. Sit on the ball. Have a little bounce. Staying tall through your spine, lengthening out through the top of your head. And now rotate to one side, to the left. Lift up and lower your knee towards the floor, but not on the floor, towards it. Press the hip forward, rolling the ball a little, so you feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Take your right hand, reach up. Good, let's go to the other side. Lift up, rotate round. Sit on the ball on one side of your bottom. Lower the knee down towards the floor, but not on the floor. Pressure the ball forward, so you're opening through the front of your hip. And take your left hand and reach up. Reach and lean. And release. Come back to the front. Sit and have a little bounce. Now tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. We worked a lot on balance today. Lift up. Tilt to the other side. Even this can affect your balance. Tilting the head while you're sitting on an unstable surface is challenging for your balance. Lift up. One more time. Tilt the head and lift up. Take both hands, reach up, inhale up. Exhale and hands down. Come stand up. Roll your shoulders back. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great class. I can't wait to move